Hey guys, Anthony Ace Michael is back with bestsportspickstoday.com. Make sure you go there, check out the top handicappers giving out some plays. Also, check out the top sports books. Nice little article there on where to get some free money, and that's always good. And also, this was originally designed for, which way lines are going to go, and we're going to try to focus on that a little bit more. Try to lock your bet in early or wait till kickoff. That's why we're doing these videos nice and early. So looking back to week 7, I did get the loss. Normally don't really suggest under and overs as top plays. I just really liked it there, and it went under in the Commanders and Giants, and we had the over there. And I didn't like it right before kickoff because it was 39, and I seen it go down to 36.5. So all the late money really came in on it. Can't be right every time, but did win on the other 2 games. So, Ravens was a top play of mine, 38-6, beat the Lions. Didn't think Detroit would be able to go into that territory and just keep beating up AFC teams on the road. And then also we had the Steelers coming back there, 24-17. I love that game. They were a nice little underdog there. I think they were plus 6.5 or 7, something like that. They won it straight up for us. So if you really look at it, going against teams, point spreads 11-0, under overs 0-1. So 11-1 on the season, not too shabby. Still another winning week. We're going to focus in on some games here right now. We're going to go right into week 8 and going right to my top 3 plays like we've been doing. First game on the card is the Falcons at the Titans. The Titans are underdogs at home, plus 2.5. I don't really care who the quarterback is here. I know Tannehill's hurt. I know Falcons' outstanding running back is banged up. But that being said, I like the Titans off the bye. Vrabel really knows how to make adjustments here. And this team is one of the best at doing it. 7-1 in the last 8 games coming off the bye. They're at home. They're underdogs. Everything going for them. I think Atlanta is in one of the weakest divisions in the NFL. So even though they're in first place, that being said, I love the Titans here. Plus the 2.5. Take the points. Hey, if they lose by 1 or 2, you still won. I do expect this game to maybe not be as close as people think. I think the Titans could run away with it. People are going to be on Eddie George's back. He's going to be running with people on his back into the end zone. 1 or 2 touchdowns. Not financial advice on that. Not real good at fantasy football. I just could figure out trends and different things like that to give you advantages. So I like the Titans. I'm locking it in at 2.5. I do think it could go to 2, maybe 1.5. If it goes to 3, it's definitely a no-brainer, but I wouldn't wait. Second game on the card, the Rams at the Cowboys. So going against the Rams last week, trying to be ahead of everybody here. Everybody took the Rams. I think it was like 69-70% of the public took the Rams, minus the 6.5 last week. They're pissed off. They're going to go against them here. And I don't like the stats of McCarthy coming off of a bye and the Cowboys coming off of a bye. They're about a 500 ball club, coming off the byes, especially at home. They're at home. The Rams are a really good defensive team. And also, they could give the Cowboys trouble here on some certain matchups. And also, they're a very good road team. So they blow the game that they're supposed to win. This is a game that they come back where they're not supposed to win. And they're getting 6.5 points. I like the Rams here a lot. I just think it's way too many points. You could expect that to go to maybe 7 because people are looking at last week. I'm looking at last week, but I'm looking at it a different way than other people. They only see one way because they lost money on the team. Here, we won money betting against the team, so we're going to go with them this week. I love set +7 here. I do think the Rams could definitely pull off an upset, so it's a nice, juicy money line play here, too. So maybe we come back with a little bit of a money line parlay just to splash a little bit of our winnings at. But I like the Rams here, 6.5. I locked it in. Final one on the card is going into the late afternoon games. The Bengals at the 49ers. 49ers -5.5. I like the Minnesota Vikings last night, and they, they did it. They pulled it off. I really thought that there was a very close game up and down the field, like I was saying in the past, and I put it in some of the chats that I'm in before the game. I really liked everything because the Vikings haven't lost a game by more than 7 this season. They were getting 7 at home. To me, that was kind of a no-brainer. But looking at this game, could the 49ers lose 3 in a row? That's the big question here. If the 49ers won this last game, they could have an upset here. But that's not the stat I'm looking at. I don't care about the 49ers. I don't care. They could lose 3, 4, 5 games in a row and still win the Super Bowl, still make the playoffs, because that's a division that they control. So in this game here, the Bengals off the bye is the play. They're getting 5.5. They're on the road. I just like Joe Burrow. He's 3-0. He's a young guy in the league. 3-0 off the bye. He knows how to win. He knows how to adjust. This is when the Bengals really start to pick up their momentum, and they really start to look really good down the stretch. So last year, I think they won 10 or 11 in a row. They're on a little bit of a winning streak here. I like the Bengals a lot. Plus the 5.5. I actually like the money line here too. I think it's like 210. But I'm going to focus on the 5.5. So those are the 3 games that I'm going to play. And I'll also maybe play a small parlay. So like I said, if you're going to go 100 on each game, that's cool. Maybe a $25 parlay. This way, if you go 2-1, you still cash in. Don't do a $100 parlay. Don't match your parlay ever with how much you're betting on the single games. Always try to do about a quarter, or I wouldn't even stretch it to a half, but like a quarter of what you're going to play on a regular game. So if you bet 200, you want to bet 50 on a parlay, only one parlay, and that's it, because we don't want to give any of that money back. But if you've been doing that from the beginning, you've been cashing in a lot with these 3-0 weeks. We had 3 of them in a row. So that's kind of the strategy there. Go real quick into some of these games. Thursday, Buccaneers at the Bills. Bills -8.5. The way the Bills are playing right now, this could be a real good bounce back game for them. I like the Bills minus the 8.5. I know they've been looking horribly. The Buccaneers are not too much better. It's a tough one. Not a game I'm going to bet at all. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, but I would take the Bills if you were maybe in a survivor or something. Next one on the card for me, so we're just going to go in order of how I see it here. Bears at the Chargers. It's a Sunday night game. I love it. I love what the Bears were doing here. Rookie quarterback coming in, Division 3 or Division 2 guy, the only one in the league. I called it from the beginning. All my buddies said I was insane. I seen this kid play preseason. Badgin's just one of these kids that comes in. He has kind of a chip on his shoulder a little bit, but he comes in calm and collective. The Chargers are going in the wrong direction. The Bears are getting 8.5. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the Bears are getting way too many points in this game. Both of these teams are not too good, and the Bears have something that momentum to build off of. The Chargers do not. I like the Bears here plus the 8.5. Patriots at Dolphins. Dolphins minus 9.5. This is a game I'd probably take the Patriots here. Way too many points. Dolphins going in the wrong direction. Could be a bounce back game for them, so be careful. Jets at Giants, always a favorite of this game. Jets are -3. It seems about right. Giants are playing decent. I think the Jets defense is way too good for the Giants here, and I do expect them to win this game by more than 3. Jaguars at the Steelers. I did kind of like this game a little bit. Not a game I'm going to play, though. I'm going to stick with the 3 games. Steelers getting 2.5 at home. I like the Steelers at home. I just think the Jaguars They're giving up points that they shouldn't, and it's going to come back to bite them eventually. And if it's against any team, you're going to see a Steeler touchdown defensively somehow. This team is just kind of amazing at home, especially. The defense always finds ways. I do think Trevor Lawrence could be in trouble in this game. Texans at the Panthers. Texans -3 in Carolina. Carolina 0-6. They have to win a game, right? Not really. They are coming off a bye here, but it doesn't matter for this team. They might not win a game the way they've been playing. Stick with the Texans if you have to, -3. Vikings at the Packers. That's an even game now. The Packers were favorite, but ever since the Vikings pulled off the upset, all the money shifts just from one game. That's the way the NFL works. I think it's hilarious, but people see it differently, and they kind of bet what they see. Sometimes you bet what you don't see. That's kind of the way you look at it. Erase what only like the top handicappers could actually look back and say, okay, this is what happened, this is what happened. All the other people, most of the 95% of the people, see the score and kind of see highlights, never even watch the game. Oh, they suck. Detroit sucks because they lost. They only scored 6 points against the Ravens. Yeah, and they gave up 38. I understand that. Erase that game because wait till we get to the Detroit game. But in this game here, Packers at home is tough, but I like the Vikings. I like the way they're playing, and it should be an even game, but I would take the Vikings if I had to. Saints at Colts. Colts -1. Saints defense a little better. Colts going in the wrong direction. They could score points. I would stick with the home team here in a fairly even game. Eagles at Commanders. Commanders should have got them the last time. Damn it. They're 6.5 again, or I think they were 8.5 last time. So they were in Philadelphia. Now they're in Washington. Washington just couldn't find a way to score. It's hard to go with a team like that, but in this division, I'll take the points and the home team. Browns at the Seahawks. Seahawks -3. Another game that's real tough here. The Browns have been playing really good defensively, giving up a lot of points, but scoring defensive touchdowns is a key for them. And in Seattle is kind of the same deal here. So it's kind of the same kind of teams playing each other, evenly matched. I always take the points in that, so give me the Browns. Ravens at the Cardinals. Ravens -8.5. Cardinals really ain't looking too good. Ravens coming off a big win. Could be a letdown game. I think it's too many points. Give me the Cardinals plus the 8.5. Chiefs at Broncos. This was the Vegas game when I was out there. Broncos couldn't do it in KC. They're probably not going to do it in Denver. 8 points is a lot, but Mahomes could do it. Not a game I would bet at all because it's over a touchdown and it's a road team. But if I had to pick it, I think the Chiefs can win by double digits here. And then the final game is the Monday night game. The Raiders at the Lions. My Raiders, not too good. Like the Bears a lot last week. The Bears showed me they could win. It just shows you how bad the Raiders are without Jimmy G. Expect that to continue. The Lions, this coaching staff here is going to be all over these players. These are the old school guys that yell and scream, and that's what Detroit has right now. So coming off of that game, getting an extra day rest at home, -8. I like the Lions a lot here. It was just too many points for me to put any of my money in. But if I'm up, if I go a 3-0 and have a nice cushion, I would definitely look for a small play on the Lions. And they are a survivor pick in 3 of the 4 pools I am in. So that being said, those are the games that I like, fellas. And also, we're looking pretty good with, remember I was saying with the MLB, both teams were down 0-2. Unfortunately, Houston went up 3-2, but they couldn't win one of those last 2 games at home. So that was a plus 365 or whatever it was that we didn't cash in on. But we got Arizona and Philadelphia. We got a plus 670. So $670 profit. It's tied at 1 apiece. Hopefully we'll be talking next week on that $670. Even if you put 25 on it, you're still getting a couple hundred. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Just looking for value plays. NBA started today. That's the sport that I shine at the most. I know I've been doing great in NFL for these past several seasons, but I do really love the NBA. Always been an NBA guy since I was a little kid. But the same thing here. Like we do in NFL, wait till week 4. I wait about a month before I actually start putting live money bets in. I like the Denver Nuggets in the first game. They're up by 5 right now, and the spread was -5. It's ring night. They swept the Lakers. Yeah, the Lakers are due. You know me, I'm a trend guy. Lakers are due for a win. Not tonight. I just like the Nuggets here. And I also like the Warriors at home. They were -1. Now they're -2.5. I would take the money line anyways. They're playing the Suns. Suns, different players. It takes a few games to mesh in. Warriors at home, always a team to make money on. Ever since 10 years ago, Baron Davis, 15 years ago, Steph Curry was a rookie. These were teams that I focused on to win money because they were exceptional at home. It doesn't change here. Both of these teams, exceptional teams. I could never go against them. So that's all I got, guys. Anthony Ace Michaels signing off here. Also, I'll be putting out a video on future plays. I know a lot of people like future bets. Just a simple thing to remember with future bets. If it's a big favorite at the beginning of the season, wait, hope for a couple losses to get better odds. And if it's a big long shot at the beginning of the season, you might want to lock it in soon. That's kind of what I do, but I'll go more into depth with another detailed video. But stay safe out there, guys, and let's cash in one more time, and let's try to go 3-0.